Okay, our first league for today, we're playing some Legacy. Mysterious donator by the name of Goreclaw asked for us to play a Legacy League with Black-Red Reanimator. Deck is kind of sweet. You get to make lots of Griselbrands, draw lots of cards, preferably on turn 1. Kind of curious to see how busted this deck gets with the new Mulligan rule. This can make a turn 7 Ashen Rider with Thoughtseize backup, which seems really strong. Okay then. Also, for all the people checking this out on YouTube, look at this sweet spoiler card I got to a preview card Wizards gave me to reveal. It's really heckin' nice. I like this. I also like this hand. I'm a fan of this collection of Magic the Gathering cards. In fact. I'm actually going to leave this on top, because if they counter the Entomb, having a backup is real heckin' nice. Alright, cast my Lotus Petal. Oh yeah, this is my favourite Dark Ritual art. Like, Rebecca Gay is not close my favourite Magic artist, and I think this art is real nice. Okay, I guess I just Ritual. Fire off this Entomb. Please no force. Awesome. This was a fun game. Fun for everyone. That was great. That's some good clean magic. You hate this. I feel like a slightly awful person for playing this right now, I'm not gonna lie, man. You're gonna call that a Stone Rain because we stopped them ever having a land. Chancellor is basic. Chancellor is Falia, but for everything. It's great. And for 0 mana. Right, are we boarding in anything in the dark? Or are we just like crossing our fingers that our main deck is good enough? I'm just gonna assume we can run it back, I think, until I see more. Maybe I could bring in the trophies. Message from Goreclaw after seeing that. Rawr. Oh. I am not smart enough to know how you're meant to board in the dark against someone who just died on turn 1. Oh, that makes sense on the wind. I'd be really curious to see that at some point. For now, I'm just going to assume that this deck's great and we can't lose if we just run it back. I haven't seen evidence to the contrary. Bring in trophy. The trophy was the one card I was tempted to bring in. They are likely to have surgicals. How do you fight? Which of the sideboard cards fight surgical? I guess is what I struggle to know. I figured you fight surgical mainly just with your discard spells, which were all in the main deck. Interesting. What do we do with this hand? I assume this is a mulligan. Where is the London mulligan when we need it? You just mull it, yeah. It doesn't have an Entomb, which is the hardest piece to find, right? Opponent's on a multi-5 anyway. I'm gonna keep this. We can shred our opponent's hand to pieces, and they're on a 4-card hand. So, seems nice. Right. That's why we need the trophies in the deck. Cool, cool. This is gonna be a game of Magic the Gathering happening right here. Plan is hardcast Griselbrand, I guess. Or reanimate one of their creatures. They're on Eldruzels. Oh, we can reanimate an Eldruzel. That sounds great. Yeah, am I just meant to unmask them to try and get the turn 1 Eldruzel? I kind of want to do that. Is that crazy? It means getting rid of, like, the Thoughtseize or something. Right, am I getting rid of Thoughtseize or Reanimate? I guess is the next question. Why can't we reanimate Eldruzels? Oh no, I'm talking like 4-drop ones, like Fortnotseers. Yeah, let's do this. Hey, an Eldruzel. I would like to smash some nice Leyline of the Void, by the way. Strong Leyline of the Void. Powerful sideboard card. Powerful sideboard card. I'm so happy right now. This is living my best life, truly. Awesome. How on earth did we cast this Reality Smasher? It's a powerful transformative sideboard plan. Shops. We worked really hard on it. The Eldrazi Temple got destroyed by a wasteland, so it's in exile right now, you know. This was certainly a match that just occurred. We pitched 4 Eldrazi Spirit Guides. So what you're saying, Mir, is that you love this deck because it is able to do such things. Is that what you're essentially saying? You hate this deck. I mean, you seem pretty in favor of that game that just occurred. They just wanted to play a nice, clean match of Magic with their Chalice of the Void deck. All right, let's go first. I kind of want to keep this. I don't know. Maybe it's not good enough. We've got like the looting to find a creature. Unmask his protection. It's probably not good enough though, right? Sound is good. I think it's good. We can find a creature and discard it. We can also find an Entomb. This is like... I don't know. I don't know what if the odds are actually in our favor. Is the problem. I think if the swamp was a Badlands, I would definitely keep. Because then I wouldn't have to sack a petal for this looting. So like if I bricked, I'd still be in a fine position. Just believe. I guess we didn't come here not to believe. Right? We didn't come here not to believe. Raise a very good point. Fairly sure this is a mulligan, but I believe, you know. I have faith in the power of Faithless Looting. Hey, what did I tell you? Easy. Easiest game. have a little look-see over there. Alright. So the Liliana of the Bayou can eat the Chancellor on their turn 4. Brainstorm's gotta go. Kinda. I don't know, we can't... Are we killing them before Lily comes down? I'm not sure that's true. We make a 5/6. Yeah, we're 1 turn away. They get to Lily before we can Chancellor them. I think we have to take the Lily. The Brainstorm isn't even that good, right? Because they have to get to 2 mana before they can Brainstorm. So they have to get to 3 mana before they can Brainstorm plus fetch. So, I think it's just the Lily. And then we just have to hope this is good enough. Alright, say go. Did they only have 1 black source? No, they had Delta plus Tarn. So they actually had 2. Reanimate and Taxes is a fair magic deck. Look at this Thalia we have in play. It's such a good Thalia. Is this the best Thalia they've ever printed? Wow, that got exactly the response I wanted. Doesn't even have first strike, indeed. First strike, flying, 5/6. Alright. Keep on taxing ya. Free mana Thalia seems a little better, but it's close. It's true. Literally unplayable. You can't. I think the fact that this is not legendary is actually an advantage to the card. I suspect. Is Hovermere cute when she's angry? I mean, she's always cute. It does seem like she's exceedingly cute when she's angry, though, yes. Alright, see if they left anything in hand for us. They probably just left it on top of the deck, if we're being honest. But, ooh, we get to take a Spell Bomb. That's not bad. Is this the first card? Oh, whenever an opponent casts a spell. Okay. So taking the Brainstorm doesn't change anything, right? There's no 1 mana removal that hits this. That they could have. I can't think of any 1 mana removal that they could find with the Brainstorm. Whereas I could see them going Terminate, play Nihil Spellbomb. Innocent Blood incoming. Murderous Cut is actually somewhat legitimate. That is a reasonable suggestion. But I think Terminate plus Nihil Spellbomb is something that could actually get us. Don't do it, opponent. That's so brutal against Exhume. Dear God, because we can't Exhume the Chancellor back. That's disgusting. And we've drawn specifically our 3 swamps, so we cannot Faithless Looting. You know what could attack into that Strix without dying? What could attack into that Strix without dying there? Is there actually a card that could do that? Doesn't sound believable. Alright, pass the turn. Thalia could attack into that Strix without dying. No, Strix is flying, so it would still block Vryn Wingmare. Vryn Wingmare has first strike, doesn't it? As far as I'm aware. Plague White. Plague White could attack into the Strix without dying. As could Ornery Goblin. Oh, it just flies? Seriously? I did not realize that. It's kind of wild. Mire is exceedingly cute when angry. Wow, draw the Entomb right after they take the stupid Exhume. Alright, well, Entomb's a pretty good draw. Still. Find a, Griselbrand or something. And Elesh Norn's in the sideboard, right? Yeah, Elesh Norn's in the sideboard. Bloated Toad could attack into a Baleful Strix without dying. Accurate. Oh, we could fin a Griselbrand from our library so we're more likely to draw gas. Maybe that's just correct. Because then I don't have to, like, necessarily play my land, which could be relevant too. Alright. Ashen Rider. Maybe... I'm silly. Maybe I was meant to wait, because then I can get Ashen Rider to kill them, potentially. Do I want Griselbrand or Ashen Rider? Ashen Rider's real heckin' nice. Inferno Titan. I would like an Inferno Titan, please. We've discovered a problem with this list. There's no Inferno Titan. I'm really unsure on this. I should have waited, I guess. Get Siege Rhino, get Massacre. Oh, Massacre would be gas here. Jesus. Yeah, Massacre would be great here. I think I meant to get Griselbrand. It's like... not ideal, but... Alright. I wish to order one of your finest Inferno Titans. Whoa. I guess that makes sense. They have a Grove of the Burnt Willows in play. Right? Strong draws. Strong draws, chat. They are on Punishing Dak. The most fearsome of Legacy decks. If that Entomb was a Neo form, we'd have Grizzly Bee by now. I mean, we would need to have more colors of mana. But, fair point. Well presented. Oh my god. This is so frustrating. It's the fact that we've drawn specifically the 3 basics in the deck as all our lands. It's very amusing to me. Hey there, Dak. Didn't you die recently? What are you doing here? Get back to your graveyard. Hey, they definitely have not drawn a Force of Will by now. Literally not possible. Well, they went to 1. That's kind of funny. Because they cracked a fetch land too earlier. Okay. Just had his Spark ripped out. That's fair. He died in the trailer, it hasn't happened yet. We need to have significantly more colours to play Neoform. Claims the person holding cards costing red, blue, 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 and white, white, black, black while controlling 3 swamps. None of those cards contain green, Mike. Literally none of those cards contain green mana in their cost. I will have you know. Hey there, Selene. Or Celine, I guess. I'm used to the other person who has that name having it be pronounced differently, but... Dak went and... Seems like a mistake on Dak's part, really. Dak literally plays a Bayou already. It's prepared. Alright. Would like a Griselbrand. Finally. Finally. Orc. We're through all the Exhumes now. Reach W. Thank you for the 2-month resub. I really appreciate the continued support. Really helps me do what I do. Oh wait, they're gonna take my Chancellor of the Annex. That seems suboptimal. For me. Yeah, I'm probably gonna move on from this little game here. Let's think happy thoughts about the last match. That was kind of a yikes, if I'm being honest. That was kind of a yikes. What do we even want against their deck? So they're not going to be playing ley lines, right? They're going to be playing surgicals. So we probably don't want Reverent Silence. Archetype of Endurance gets hit by Liliana. And it's really bad against Baleful Strix. So I assume this is not a good card. Elesh Norn is obviously not great. Baleful Strix is so annoying. Maybe I need like Grim Lavamancers. Iona naming blue. They can still edict Iona then. Yeah, Grixis isn't going to target my guys with anything, it's just going to use edicts instead, yep. Actually, Grim Lavamancer is actually really nice against edict effects as well. It kills Strixes and then gets sacked to edicts. It actually seems pretty decent. I've heard you're meant to like trim a Griselbrand randomly to play around surgical. Sire of Insanity. Now there's no Sire in this board. This is someone else's list. This is Goreclaw's list. As was requested. What do I think of Liliana's Triumph? I can't remember if I've looked at that card. I need to look at it again. I guess I could just like trim some fast mana. Since the games are probably going to be a bit slower post-board. Oh, it's the Diabolic Edict with flavor text. I mean, Diabolic Edict's great, so... assume that card is going to see, like, modern play. Yeah, that card's going to see modern play. Like, Diabolic Edict's a card we've been wanting in modern, right? For a while now. I definitely want the Grim Lavamancers. Honestly, I'm not sure there's much else I want. I could bring in the trophies, maybe. I just don't expect them to have Leyline against me. I can see a world in which they have a cage, which we currently can't answer. Yeah, it's definitely going to see play in Modern. For sure. How is this? We've got Entomb, which is the most important card in the deck. We've got a discard spell. We do not have a reanimation spell. But we have a looting to dig for it. I think this like might be good enough. Get to fire off Unmask turn 1. Make sure they don't have surgical. Fire off the looting. I guess you only get 3 draws towards reanimation. Yeah, I doubt they have Punishing Fire still in. Yeah, I suspect this is a more... It feels like really close, but... This is a yikes. This hand does not do anything. So I guess I'm gonna mulligan it. Alright, we keep this and just try and find reanimation. Doing stuff is strong. They have Leyline of the Void in their deck? Okay. They don't. That is a relief. That would have surprised me if they did. I feel like it's fairly unusual for those sorts of decks to have Leyline instead of Surgical. Fire off this Thoughtseize. Like to see your hand. What on earth is this garbage? Seems beatable. Generous description. Hey there, Kiara. Good to see you. Alright. Yeah, it did play Reanimate. It did play Cabal Therapy at some point. That is correct. Which will obviously be good against these surgicals, but is also has like some awkward details to it too. I mean, they didn't have the second land for the Ponder. They do now. I guess they could have just like fired off a surgical potentially to get rid of the Chancellor if they were desperate to find more lands though. Alright. So we need to find another discard effect, and we need to find a reanimation spell. Am I meant to play this out? I might end up discarding to hand size at some point. Yep. So now they get to filter their hand and find like as much hate as they want. This feels like pretty over. We did. It doesn't seem ideal. Yeah, they get to land Jace now too with... Okay. Legacy seems like a tricky format. It can be. This is not the trickiest deck. This deck is very much put your hand on the table and hope. I'm gonna play one more turn. Oh wait, no, there's Leo in play. This isn't even... Alright. Next game. Opponent got us. Double surgical, too much. This deck is so derpy. Both teams played hard. That was kind of the case for both matches, right? We were only 2 mana short of casting the Chancellor. It's just 2 Lotus Petals away. Oh my gosh. Aw, thanks, Strifer. Appreciate it. GG's. The 4-color deck seems pretty fun. I've never actually played with that deck. I played a bunch with Check Pile back when that was a thing. Check Pile was a treat. I really enjoyed that deck. It was like kind of hard for me to go back to playing that sort of deck once Deathrite was banned. I mainly played Grixis Delver. I took Grixis Delver to events, but I would play Check Pile on stream for fun. I actually preferred Bug Control to Check Pile, I think. Because I really liked having access to Wasteland. You don't think you're allowed to flirt with me anymore? Hey, some people just like Colligan's commanding Jittes, okay? Wow, I'm really not helping my case here. Oh. You like stealing Jittes more, that works too. Suit up a Baleful Strix. K commanding Jittes is very NSFW. I'm not sure I'm allowed to talk about that on this stream. Oh my word. Colligan's command me uwu. Oh. Oh my god. That one is a lot. Okay. Let's make a turn 1 Ashen Rider. It doesn't really seem like a way to win. I thought you took off time recently because you got your... Oh my gosh. Alesha. That is trying really hard, Alesha, I'm not gonna lie. You're trying exceedingly hard with that one. I don't think this is good enough. I don't think the turn 1 Ashen Rider really does it. I gotta unmask them and hope they're on Eldrazi, but... Huh. We're like 4 mana away from a Griselbrand. We probably have to mull this too. Oh my gosh, this deck just mulligans to Oblivion so much. Okay, down to 4 we go. Yeah, I guess we just need an Entomb, and then we can play Magic here. I almost wonder if I was meant to scoop and go to game 2, not show them the Chancellor. Like, if we draw specifically Entomb next turn, we might have a chance. I'm supposed to, yeah, I kind of regret not doing that right about now. Okay. We only need another Chancellor now, and we have a full house. I hope everyone's rooting for me to draw a Chancellor to make this hand really strong. Full house is busted, it's true. No one can beat that hand. Ooh, accumulated knowledge. Powerful magic. You come back to see me drawing an average Reanimator hand. We ran quite hot in the first round. We are now back to the triple Animate Dead Chancellor hands. Where we deserve to be. Ah, Yauk, thank you so much for the 250 bits. And you're really welcome. I'm glad that I can do it. It makes me really, really happy to know that there's someone out there doing that. May you recommend drawing into... I guess we could have Thoughtseized ourselves, but this is fine. This is fine. This isn't fine. This is like not close to fine, to be clear. Oh my gosh. Deck. We did? Doesn't seem great. How many Rest in Peace does Miracles play nowadays? Are they just on Surgicals, or do they play Rip too? Imagine if we had Thalia right now, says Mir, with a Caracas on the other side of the table. They play 0 Rest in Peace? That's so wild. I guess Dredge has like basically disappeared from the format, right? So it kind of makes sense. Oh, should discard to hand size? That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Lassie is really awkward with accumulated knowledge and all the snapcasters. Surgical's like so good against Reanimator, whereas like Rest in Peace can sometimes be too slow. It ruins lands too, it's true. Rest in Peace is very good against lands. Surgical's like not that much worse though. I guess it's pretty bad against Tranquil Thicket. Alright. It begins. Please somehow don't have Force of Will in hand. Ah! Mir! You can't just tell someone they're cute. Drafting Simic and Cube. Good life choice. I approve. Yeah, am I allowed to scoop? I feel like there's a world in which I win this. But I'm not sure getting there is particularly entertaining. We do need a head pat emote, it's true. Oh my gosh, y'all. Well, at least now I die quickly. So that's nice. Alright, alright, alright. You convinced me. You convinced me. So, I definitely want the Archetype of Endurance, I'm assuming. It's like good against Caracas, good against swords. Macabre seems bad. Lavamancer seems pretty bad. Iona is insane. You just name white, and you force them to have a Jace. If they don't have a Jace, they die. That seems pretty great. I think I'm into that idea. Like, if they have the Jace, you're in trouble, but... Oh, they have Caracas too? They only have the one Caracas though, right? She's probably still better than, like, something else. I want the Needle. I probably want the Needle. It hits Caracas, it hits Jace. Oh, we saw the Caracas last game, Lassie. Oh, hard to tell. Fair. I wish there was any way to fight Surgical other than discard, but... Alright, So if I'm bringing in these, I'm cutting 2 big threats. The Ashen Rider is really good against Caracas. So that's staying in. We probably meant to cut a Griselbrand because of Surgical. And then we can either cut a Chancellor or the Tyrant. The Tyrant seems not great, honestly, against the Swords to Plowshares deck. Goryo's Vengeance to play around Surgical. Powerful magic. Alright, let us go first. Huh? If I draw a mana source, this hand is like kind of great. That was my experience at the Mythic Invitational. I really enjoyed it. I thought the tournament was very well run. Got to meet loads of amazing people there. PAX was also just like very, very fun too. I'm really happy I got to go to PAX for the first time. I kind of want to keep this. It only needs a mana source and then the hand's like pretty good. We get to go for... If we draw a Dark Ritual, we literally get to go Thoughtseize, Entomb, Exhume. Otherwise we get to go Thoughtseize and then do this over 2 turns. If we plan on leading with Thoughtseize, we have a bit of time before we have like a couple turns before we need the second mana source anyway. And we have the Chancellor to help out. And slow them down a bit. I think I meant to keep this hand. Right. So I take Force of Will, right? You don't know what Pot of Greed does. I think we take this Force, and then we get to resolve Entomb next turn because of the Chancellor. And then we just like start jamming reanimation spells every turn for the rest of the game. Alright. In your upkeep, I would like to Entomb. What? I can assure you there will be many, many, many opportunities for you to pat my head, Mir. Can confirm. Alright. Let us get this Griselbrand. I could also get the Iona because of the swords. Maybe this is incorrect. I don't know. Get this Griselbrand. Oh my gosh. Right. So if I cast this Reanimate, they get to cash in the Spell Pierce round the Chancellor trigger. So I guess I'm just going to cast this Lotus Petal and pass the turn. Otherwise they just get to go Spell Pierce into Counterspell anyway. Whereas this leaves like the tax ever present until we feel ready to go for it. Oh, are they just gonna hurl and accumulate? Oh, do they have a Brainstorm actually? For the Chancellor trigger? Alright. Well, that means next turn we can start jamming things into counter magic. Ideally we draw a land, because then we can reanimate around the Spell Pierce. Dark Ritual would be pretty insane, would it? So, no, they just, I guess they Spell Pierce the Dark Ritual. Problem is they probably hit a land here for Spell Pierce plus Counterspell. So then they just get to counter the Reanimate. I don't think Dark Ritual does enough. Oh wow, oh, of course they left something on top. Right. Did they leave a 1 or a 2 on top? What do you think, chat? Did they leave a 1-drop or a 2-drop on top? I legitimately have no idea. They do have a lot more 1s in their deck, but they had both in their hand. I think I meant to Exhume. Ritual is not good for versus this. Indeed, that is accurate. You'd leave a 1, yeah. I mean, there are 8 2-mana reanimation spells though, and only 4 1-mana. So like, there's some decent reason to leave a 2-drop. Yeah, I agree, Sharps. That's my thinking. That's my thinking. I guess the 1s cut off like Looting and Thoughtseize too, but alright. This doesn't get countered. We'll reanimate the Griselbrand. They left a 1. Counterbalance is the most frustrating card. We have 8 2-mana reanimation spells. Maybe they figure that we know they have 8 mana that we know that, so that means we're more likely to go for a 1 to try and play around it, or I do not know. Imagine if we were playing an Aether Vial deck that didn't care about counterbalance. How could we play an Aether Vial deck though? I don't think there are any Aether Vial decks in Legacy Mire. Are there? Like, could you seriously name me an Aether Vial deck? Seems unlikely. There's Esper Hate Bears. Legacy staple Esper Hate Bears. Aether Vial in those Meddling Mages and Spellcrawlers. Alright, this game's pretty foul. I'm moving on. Let's go turn 1. Turn 1 someone who doesn't have a bunch of Spell Pierces and Forcibles in their deck. I know when to grab that life EV. Turn 1 gang hype. Oh my gosh. Maverick is actually pretty good right now. Like, I feel like you're gonna say Maverick is always pretty good. Has there ever been a point where you've called Maverick bad, Mir? Is this a thing that has occurred in your life? Ooh. This hand seems fine. Yeah, we can make a turn 1 Chancellor. Can indeed. So, how do we do this? We can unmask. Oh no, we have to get this out of our hand, right? Am I just meant to looting turn 1, or am I meant to go for the Chancellor? Going for the Chancellor means I don't get to look at my opponent's hand. Thoughtseize them. I guess that's also fine. My opponent can't brainstorm in response, right? Which makes Thoughtseizing pretty appealing. Yeah, we can do it all on 2. Yep. I like this plan. Double force. Dear God. Huh. Is it bad that I want to take the brainstorm? Because, like, the forces are gonna eat through, like, the entirety of my opponent's hand. And my opponent needs to draw another blue card to even cast both forces. I don't know if this is correct. I kind of like it. Alright. So yes, I go ahead and loot her. To start. Oh my god, man. Then Maverick actually gets to be girl tribal. Nice. Got rid of both the forces. Gas. So now I can make a... I can't quite make a Griselbrand this turn. Right? So I'd have to unmask myself, which would sack the Dark Ritual, and then I'd only have 1 mana. So I'm just passing the turn back. Faithless Looting was card disadvantage. Faithless Looting is just the most powerful card in Magic, Scrubbit. Haven't you been listening recently? Alright. Well then. Would like to target myself. Pitching this Dark Ritual. Taking this Griselbrand. Would like a Griselbrand. I'm assuming they are not playing Daze. But if they're actually playing Daze, I'm gonna cry. It's probably a spell piss. Oh, Is this just the Reanimator life? In Cube, what do you do about a sort of body and mind? Acidic slime? Did you not grab your acidic slime in the draft? Acidic slime's important, let me tell you. I do seem to be particularly bad at this deck, July. It is true. I used up all my luck at the MC. Alright, well... Guess I'm gonna go ahead and flashback this Faithless Looting. It is a sensible place to use up all my luck, you're not wrong. It's very sensible. Faithless Looting. We need to find more reanimation spells. How am I supposed to win London? You're not going to be there. Someone else might be there. Although it is true, mere luck is powerful luck. The luck someone gains via snuggling Mir is intensely powerful. I was meant to cast that Lotus Petal, right? And maybe not. I want it in hand for Faithless Looting. Also kind of want it in play due to Flusterstorm. Someone else. Yeah, I wonder who that could be, Cass. I'm not sure. Incoming Brainstorm. Alright, we're going to draw Faithless Looting. Which is then going to draw 2 copies of Reanimate. Or we can draw Entomb, which is also powerful. Powerful magic. Mir, if you're not there to cuddle someone before the MC, does that mean no one can win the MC? Like, the two people will get to the finals and it will just be declared a draw? It's a heck of a dilemma. MC cancelled. Double DQ. Oh my word. Dear God, this deck. Why am I not drawing reanimation spells? I don't understand. Entomb for looting is smart. This is why I'm losing, because I don't see these lines. I should Entomb for looting this turn, I agree. I don't have any other donation decks lined up for after this July. Currently I'm not entirely sure what my plan is for after this. Other than, you know, keep streaming for a little while longer. Fine, this Faithless Looting. Something, ooh. I'm curious to see. Enchantress. Enchantress is dramatically more Solasy. Oh, wow. Dear God, I guess I'm casting this Dark Ritual, huh? Alright. That's an Exhume. I think I'm just meant to fire off the Exhume and hope. I don't think things get better for me by waiting. I should play Twin Blade next. Oh my gosh. We have a Griselbrand in play. That's pretty nice. Here's a long road to get here. Don't play a legacy deck, but the chat gets to choose what it is. Ooh. That's kind of scary. It's kind of interesting too. Quick draw 14. Oh yeah, we should draw 7 more whilst we have the opportunity. Seems really strong. Graveyard looting did work. Graveyard looting was a smart line. They do get to swords my Griselbrand now, supposedly. Oh my god, Lassie. Your statements about the legitimacy of Enchantress are very correct, though. Maverick stream. Alright, I really hope this works somehow. Kind of a fan of this whole having a Griselbrand thing. On a scale from Mono Blue to Jeskai Wrath Capuchin. Wow. Jeskai Wrath Capuchin gets to be the top end of the scale. I mean, it is quite a legitimate deck, to be fair. So you raise a very valid point there. Sometimes they don't have the swords to plowshares, chat. Sometimes they don't have the swords to plowshares. Which is pretty nice. I'm a fan. Huh? Kinda want an Ashen Rider. What? How do we give our Griselbrand Vigilance, Squirmet? Oh yeah, we could get Tidespout Tyrant. Jeez. Is that good? I don't know. We don't actually get that many triggers. I kinda want the Ashen Rider. Oh, just get another Griselbrand in play? It can't block the true name anyway. I'm not sure that's that relevant. I am gonna attack the Jace to start and get that off the table. Hey there, Kay. Good to see you. Guided Passage control. The most potent control deck in the world. Oh no, there's a Jace in the yard. I'm so silly, and we have Exhumes in our hand. You did not see me do that, chat. That did not occur. That was not my best moment. I will freely admit. I guess this could go badly if they have a sword in hand. Counterspell. Nice. See me do what? Exactly. Exactly. I'm glad we have an understanding. I would like an Ashen Rider. Is this dies or leaves the battlefield? Not dies. Such a tilt. Let's take your Batterskull. The fact we're actually like might win this game is kind of absurd. This is turn 9. Look at the staying power. Alright. Goodbye, Griselbrand. You'll be missed. We could still lose to sort of Fire and Ice next turn. Which is a thing. Yeah, we do have another Griselbrand. I guess I'm just firing off this looting. See where it digs me. Alright, land is good. That's what land lets me do. So it lets me grab that Jace so that they don't get it off an Exhume. Right? And then I get to grab my Griselbrand. Oh, what I could do actually, this is better. I can Exhume the Tidespout Tyrant. They get a Jace. But then I get to Animate Dead the Griselbrand to bounce the Jace. Yeah, I got there, Phil. I got there. It took me a moment. All things in due course. Bounce your Jace. So, if they draw specifically Sword of Fire and Ice, we die. I'm not meant to say that, because that means they will draw it. That'll feel very silly. Otherwise, I think we're doing pretty good. I say with 24 mana of creatures in play. A modest quantity of creatures. In fact. Alright, opponent. Let me have this one, please. I'm trying my hardest here. Really am. What does that do? Oh, it's a council's judgment? That's actually really bad for us, right? It means we can't gain life next turn. How do we win now? I don't know how we beat this True Name Nemesis. Do we actually have outs to the True Name? Change my name. I've already done that once this life, Squirmet. There's no Norn in the main deck, no. Isn't OP just dead on board? No. Can only deal 9 to them, right? We have to get rid of the Griselbrand. It was July, that is correct. I have considered changing my middle name before. But I'm pretty happy with my first name. I don't think I have outs. That I can think of. Like, I guess I should loot and see what I have here, but... Yeah, I'm gonna loot and see what we find. But, I suspect we're not gonna find anything. Yeah, True Name too strong. Jeez. Ah. We tried so hard. Got, like, medium far. Oh my gosh, Cass. That sounds like a I made the mistake of having a really, really good idea for a middle name, not going with it, and then it turns out it would have been perfect. But I'm also too lazy to change it, especially since all my branding includes my middle name. So, you know, there's that. So, I guess I probably want the trophies. The equipments on True Name are pretty scary. I'm also like a bit scared of Rip. What was it? So legitimately a year before I'd ever played Magic, a year before I'd have ever even like heard much about Magic, my middle name was gonna be Willow. To make it Autumn Willow. Just as like a pun, I wasn't even aware that was actually a Magic card. Because I just didn't know Magic at the time. And now like Magic is my thing. So... missed out on that opportunity. We need this Elesh Norn, right, for True Name? Alright. You seem reasonable. Alas, I know, right? Oh, it would have been quite adorable. I guess Dark Ritual is probably better than Petal. Because Dark Ritual helps with Unmask. Alright, Uber first. Kinda want to keep this. It's got 2 lootings. And our whole deck is reanimation spells. So I think this is a fine keep. On that note, yeah, let's pitch these. Okay, this one's way better. I'm very, very happy we found this Griselbrand. Let's fire off another looting. I guess I should play this stuff out first. Oh my gosh, I'm really curious to know what they are now, Cass. We got a Thoughtseize, that's really nice. It's kind of a shame that I'm going to be discarding this Griselbrand here. Because I leave myself vulnerable to Surgical. But I get to beat, like, most non-surgical cards. It's only really Surgical that completely gets me on its own here. Don't pay 2 life, don't pay 2 life, don't pay 2 life, don't pay 2 life. Don't do it, opponent. Alright. Please have Flusterstorm in hand. Ah. Ah. Hey, Kalanaka. I'm glad there's some upside to this, Mare. Glad there's some upside to this situation. How do people win with the stack? Alright. I guess we have a 5/5 flare. Maybe we can win now. Yep. Alright, Sega. We need to figure out what we're doing next. I'm probably going to play the 5th match with this, though. And just finish out the league. I'm a bit worried about doing another donation deck right after this, just from the perspective of... I'm probably not going to be able to play all 5 matches before I have to head off. Since my interview from yesterday has been delayed until this evening. Which means I have to head off in like a bit over 2 hours. This is my spoiler card. It's really sweet. We had a long discussion about it at the beginning of the stream. I actually like some cool things you can do with it. Yeah, because I have to head off like pretty early-ish due to the interview. I don't really want to like try and do a full 5 matches or something. Whereas I could probably like squeak in like 3 matches or something pretty easily, like Death and Taxes maybe. I was like legitimately considering Death and Taxes before you suggested that. Meh. Death and Taxes and Delver are the 2 decks I play for fun. Play Dead Guy. I would like to win some games. You've returned to see us losing to a Canadian. That guy statistically has to win games some percentage of the time. This is true. Occasionally your Reanimator opponent will multi-free. And then you get to win a game. Yeah. This is like another one of those situations where I don't really want to scoop, but... These are the things you should convince me to play when I'm staying with you. Then I get to play 4 mana Kaya. 4 mana Kaya is gas. I love that card. This is true facts, this is true. I found it quite amusing as well. Alright. GG's. 4 mana Kaya is sweet. I love that card. I'm gonna play out the final match. And then I'm probably gonna throw together some D&T. The other option is I have an unfinished Blue-Red Phoenix-less league in Modern that I need to finish at some point, but also aware that's format hopping, which I know not everyone is okay with. D&T confirmed better than Modern, however, Modern confirmed practice for the MC. Which I hear is relevant. I mean, this seems like a fine keep. Pretty into it. Let's find ourselves a Lotus Petal. Compromised Legacy Phoenix. This achieves none of the requirements. Legacy Phoenix seems like a treat. I do want to play it at some point. It does seem quite delightful. Doesn't play Fadia, therefore it sucks. You get to cast Buried Alive. You get to Dark Ritual out Buried Alive. How is that not, like, the most awesome thing? Alright. Kind of okay with that. Do we think they're on Delva? If they have a Wasteland? I should play Armageddon stacks. Then I definitely wouldn't win matches. Though I would have a lot of fun. It's been too long since I played Armageddon stacks. Alright, I kind of want the Dark Ritual here to play around Days. Armageddon stacks was, for those not aware, my first ever, my second ever Legacy deck. My first one was Pox, which is about as suspect. Approximately. Why would you do this to yourself? Getting stacks and Pox make me happy, okay? I enjoy blowing up plans. Blowing up plans is deeply satisfying. There's a reason we have a Stone Rain counter on this channel. Oh, awesome, Daniel. That game 1 was sick. I didn't think I could get back into that game 1, but it was actually really close. You've literally won a GP by killing all of Calcano's lands. The dream. Alright, play this Lotus Petal. So I could play around another Spell Pierce for the Reanimate, I guess. Also plays around like double Days. And I'm happier to get this one forced, since it costs me life. Also, if I get this in this turn, it's like speeds up the clock by a turn compared to only having 4 power. This makes sense. Oh, they got rid of Stifle. Makes my Animate Dead so much better. Am I playing around Days and just waiting? I kind of want to. They aren't pressuring me, right? I don't have to sack my pedal that way, which means I can save it to, like, help fuel Faithless Lootings. Winning a feature match with my opponent on actual 0 permanence, oh my god, Mare. Wasteland, my Bayou. Okay. I'm kind of sad. Armageddon stacks got a lot less fun when they printed, I can't remember what it's called. They printed a card in Amonkhet that, whenever it gets sacrificed, makes a 2/2. 2/2 zombie. It's a land. And that card, in my opinion, made Dunes of the Dead, made Armageddon stacks strictly worse. Because that card is just better than God's Eye Gate to the Reikai. And I'd much rather play some obscure Kamigawa card in my deck. I don't get to do that anymore. It was just like such a shame, you know? It's such a shame that I don't get to play my weirdo, obscure Kamigawa land anymore. It's impressive, Jarvis. It's impressive. I didn't play Ensnaring Bridge though. Ensnaring Bridge is not a card I played. I played Humility and Ghostly Prison. Humility is fun magic, let me tell you. You know what's fun? Looking at your opponent, casting Humility against Death and Taxes. And they stare at their hand of Flicker Wisps and Reddit Quarters. And they're like, yep, that's the thing you did. Sure is a thing you did. I almost want to get this Gomag Angler. Oh. Oh my gosh. Alright, Delver. They play Surgicals. They do not play Leylines. They do play things that die to Grim Lavamancer. Assume Elesh Norn is like decent against them. Both of these seem like kind of reasonable in different ways. I guess Iona is just always going to be worse than Griselbrand, but they don't typically play Grafdigger's Cage, or if they do, it's like a one-off. I actually want the Elesh Norn because I don't want to like randomly die to True Name, I guess. You don't think Iona is good? Yeah, I don't think Iona is good either. I think I agree. I want all the fast mana to play through days. I think Tidespout's like, I guess it's good against Gomag Angler. Seems pretty medium otherwise. Could cut a Griselbrand because of Surgical. You once had Landon's sideboard guide. You don't side out Grizzle. Okay. I will trust Landon. Just side out Ashen Rider. Cool. I will trust in the sideboard guide of the one person who can win with this deck. I guess I could cut an Unmask. I don't know. Where are the Cabal Therapies? This is someone else's list. Jarvis. I mean, I think Cast literally can compliment you like that, considering it's a thing that just happened. I'm doing great. I'm very happy to be streaming right now. We've done it before and we'll do it again, just to ask Autumn. Accurate. It seems to be an incredibly common behavior, which I am very okay with. What am I doing with this Badlands? I kind of don't hate second land, especially against, like, Stifle and stuff. Oh my gosh, Cass. Alright. So I could just cast this Grim Lavamancer. Does expose this land to Wasteland, which is not ideal. Also, like, forces them to have the bolt, though. Yeah, getting cash in have a day's cashed in on the Grim Lavamancer is pretty okay with me, I think. Alright, resolving this Entomb is pretty important. I wonder if we can get them to counter the looting. Maybe. Or I could just pass the turn, upkeep Entomb. Just make things awkward. I'm worried about just getting my Griselbrand surgicaled. My Grim Lavamancer was a 1-mana Time Walk. It does seem that way. This is so rough. It's so hard to play around Surgical Extraction. It's like every time. You just kind of have to ignore it exists half the time, it feels like. Yeah, I could find a one of like Norn. That's true. It's so much weaker than Griselbrand. Runs straight into Diabolic Edict too. Alright. Well, we need them to not have surgical. But if they don't, we're like kind of doing something here. Start jamming into their counter magic. Sure. Deal. Is A-okay. Alright, I'm gonna get a second Badlands, so that if they wasteland one, we can still cast Looting. Another Spell Piss. Alright. Yeah. Oh my god. Alright. This game just got a lot harder. Feels like post-board, most of our non-Griselbrand creatures are very hard to win games with. Just because of Diabolic Edict. Maybe that's why we need Iona in the deck. Iona feels like it can actually win the game. In games where your Griselbrand gets surgicaled, right? Because she can get round Edict really well. Awesome. Alright, let's get ourselves a 4/5, or 4/6 rather. Yeah, that makes sense. Grave Titan's good against Diabolic Edict, for sure. That's a really good shout. Like... I'm not convinced I can afford to just take 5 every turn. If my opponent has Bolt, it's like really awkward for me, but I think I have to block. And just hope that this is a bluff attack. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. That's an Exhume. Alright, we get to keep going. Can we Entomb for anything better than a Chancellor? We have an Elesh Norn in our deck right now, right? Yeah, I should probably go get Elesh Norn. Hope that they don't have a counter here for it. It kills the Pyromancer and then stops the Angler attacking. And Angler plus Bolt does not deal with Elesh Norn, which is really nice. Whilst the Elesh Norn still kills in 4 hits, which is the same as a Chancellor. Alright. At least the Chancellor actually gets to eat the Angler this way around when it swings. So now the Angler can't swing without dying, which seems pretty relevant. This is like the same situation every turn. I just can't afford to keep taking 5. Like, I don't win this race if they have a Lightning Bolt. Yeah, I could have just played the Exhume to play around Surgical, but I don't know that I want to play around the second Surgical. I'm not convinced the Chancellor is like good enough to win the game consistently. Whereas the Elesh Norn is like pretty absurd for us. Yeah, that's correct, Rototo. They have to pick the creature first before Exhume resolves. I think I have to block and just hope to draw another reanimation spell. I don't think I can beat this, like, hitting me for 5. I just don't win that race with them having a Bolt in hand anyway. Whereas, like, I feel like if I draw another reanimation spell here, I can actually win. Mm-hmm. Yep. Say go. So we make another Chancellor next turn, which gets to play defense. Then we need to like make a second Chancellor, and then we can start attacking them. Oh, I can make an Angler. It's like a bigger body. I don't think it makes any difference. Also, the 6 point of toughness is pretty relevant for blocking Pyromancer and living through a Bolt in the process. These draws have been nice. These draws have been very, very good. Strong agree with that. Edict. Opponent's draw has been strong too. Double Surgical plus Edict. I think that's gonna be it. Hit us for 6, down to 7. And then we just can't clean up these bodies fast enough. Alright, game 3. Jeez. Just like most of their sideboard. I do wonder about this Iona. It's so good against Diabolic Edict. It's kind of tempting. Over over like one of the Chancellors, just so we have more different things we can entomb for. To like grind through surgicals a bit. Okay. Needs a dark ritual, but I guess I meant to entomb now, because that plays around like daze, spell pierce, etc. Obviously this runs head first into a surgical. But right, am I getting Iona or Griselbrand? If I get Griselbrand and I get surgicaled, I lose the one from my hand, which makes Faithless Looting a much worse draw. If I get Iona, I can play around Diabolic Edict and surgical to an extent. Iona is still like reasonably problematic for them. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get Iona. Kinda like that. Exhume. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correct, but thank you for the host. Welcome to everyone joining us for some Legacy this afternoon. Good to have you all here. Now we just start jamming reanimation spells. And even use Reanimate first, because that plays around days. Hey Addy. Good to see you. Oh, awesome. Hope you enjoyed playing D&T. I really love that deck. Yeah. So they get to surgical with Ionas. I believe I can just fire off the looting. If they daze it, we still get to looting again next turn. Sets them back a land. Give me like 5 or 6 weeks to get there, Addy. It's a long journey. Alright. Am I discarding a reanimation spell or a land? I'm kind of scared of Wasteland. I think I'm discarding a reanimation spell. Weirdly. I don't know. Having 3 reanimation spells in hand is so good against counter magic. But we also have the looting in the yard. So I think this is good. So if we draw a bunch of lands, we just get to fire off the looting anyway. Oh my god, Cass. I thought you were gonna come over here first. Both of these things can happen, they can. It is true. Yeah, it's a sweet card, Gabrov. It has a lot of interesting uses. We were talking through them for like 10 minutes at the beginning of the stream. It was a really fun discussion. Alright. Let the dazing begin. Hey, I was correct. Psychic, in fact. This stream is quickly turning into a flusterstorm. I mean, it's the right format for it. Yeah. I guess we just have to hope they don't have an edict in hand. Please no Edict Torino. Ooh, Force. Okay. Exciting. I also want you to do this, Mare. No Stifle. Thank you. Ah. Oh my god. The R was a mix between what we drew off the Faithless Looting and what's occurring in chat right now. Working in tandem. Alright. That is impressive, Addy. Wait, did they just bolt me? Did I just see a lightning bolt flung at my face when I have Grim Lavamancer in my deck? It's kind of wild. Oh, maybe they know that we have Unmask in hand somehow. They don't want to get a card stolen. I don't know. I should play around Spell Pierce and take this Elesh Norn and make it my own. There we go. Nice Delver of Secrets. Now, even if they Edict me, they've lost a critter in the process. Delver of Get Wrecked. That doesn't quite work. That's the Edict I was suspecting. Alright. Well, we have 2 Unmasks to their nothing, so that's something. The Staring War continues. And this fearsome control mirror. Supposedly they only have 2 Diabolic Edicts in their deck, which is helpful for us. Another Surgical? Oh, Vendilion Clique. That's actually really brutal. Gives them a clock, too. Yeah, I guess them seeing our hand doesn't really change much, but them having a clock is very obnoxious. Yeah, I might just cast an Unmask this turn. Hope to start drawing reanimation spells soon. Why did they take the dark? Oh, they don't want us hard casting a Griselbrand. Amusing. Surgical Extraction. I guess they take... Yeah, they take the Griselbrands. They did let me draw a card. I'm quite surprised by that. It's not the outcome I was expecting from the Vendilion Clique. 3/1 flyer, your opponent may draw a card. I'm gonna hold this nonsense for Faithless Looting. Yep. That's a big fish they have over there. So go to 5 and we die. Jeez. This deck is brutal. Dear Lord. Oh. Should have played Maverick, clearly. Everyone has like 10 surgical extractions in their sideboard. It feels that way anyways. Oh my gosh. Ooh, what's this status, Bobbin? Wait, what? Is this actually from today? It's kind of absurd. Don't let Mir know about this one. Okay, can we keep quiet about this? About that tweet? If we could, that would be great. Just saying. You saw it? Damn. We're trying so hard to keep it hidden. Surgical Surgical removes all 10 of them. It does look kinda sweet. I need to figure out what to do with the rest of the stream. So I got two options. I could finish. The option I probably prefer to do personally is to do a bit of modern, because I've still got this Phoenix League unfinished that I need to wrap up. I think I've got like 2 matches left in it. You have blocked Twitter on your Wi-Fi, so me I can't see it. I approve of this approach, Addy. Then Mir will have no idea about the sheer unbridled power of Maverick. I think I'm going to finish off the Modern League, because I should do a bit of Modern practice at some point for the MC, right? You don't even have Twitter anymore. No. Twitter's so good, though. It's both so good and so bad at once. Oh my gosh. It is both of these things. That's fair, man. Alright. I am going to change the title. I'm going to finish off my Phoenix League. Because I only got like an hour and a half before I have to head off anyway. Which I don't think is quite time for Death and Taxes or Delver League. And I should do some modern practice. Because the MC that's coming up is modern. Time for a Belcher League though. Phoenixes and things. Alright. I apologize to all the people who are here just because I'm playing Legacy. But I assume that is not the entirety of y'all.